Hello guys! Today I'm gonna show you several tips and tricks on how to give your face a lifting effect. What parts of our face are really important when we talk about lifting the face? First one is the skin, second one is the eyes, and third one is the brows. As you know, I have some droopiness on my face, like my eyes tend to go down, I have puffiness sometimes, and my lips tend to go down too, so we will go from a little bit of makeup to a lot of makeup in the end. As far as I have those downturn lines, those lines are visible on my skin. This problem can be completely resolved by just applying foundation because it evens your skin and those shadows don't show up so obvious. I'm gonna use L'Oreal Nude Magique is one of my favorite foundations because it's very thin and it's matte. It's great for every day and it's photoshopping your skin. I always apply it with my fingers. I'm gonna do half of my face so you would compare. When you're trying to lift your face, don't apply too much foundation because cakey foundation can make your face look really heavy. Now I'm taking concealer that is a bit lighter than that skin tone. I like this MAC Prolonged Wear concealer. It's a good coverage and very thin layer. And I'm applying this triangle under my eye, by my nose. If you want to give it a lift, then make this line straight up to your temple like that. Blend it, and also I'm doing it very close to my lash line and also here on the side of my eye. We need to make this corner of our eye very bright and light, and then here go up a little bit on the brow bone. It will help us later when we do our brows. Now I'm gonna powder it with translucent loose powder. I'm powdering it very light. It does its job already. I'm gonna do contouring in the end because before that I need to make sure that this area is done right. So now I'm gonna go straight to my brows. I've done something extreme to my brows. You probably don't want to do that. I plug them too much, not only because I'm doing a lot of transformations, it helps me to create different shapes of my brows, but also because I like to experiment. I always build some hair with my eyeshadow. I'm gonna take the dark brown eyeshadow. First on this eyebrow I'm gonna show you what is my natural shape. Let's imagine that I grew this brow back. Sometimes my face looks pretty heavy. That brow is making my face a little bit heavier too. Let's do that one. I'm gonna build that brow on top. So I'm gonna add some hair a little bit higher than my natural hair stopped growing. Now I am moving the highest point of the brow from here to approximately here. I'm now gonna drop that tail down. I'm gonna make it a little bit higher. Sometimes when I look super tired, that helps me so much, especially when I go on stage. They do a lot of pictures of me, and with those kind of brows, I always look very tight and very awake. Thick eyebrows will also can make my face look heavier, so I think middle size of the brows work perfect. Now if we put something straight here, then the tail should be a little bit higher than this point. So that shape of the brow automatically lifts it up. If you don't want to overplug your brows, what you can do is just make it normal here as usual, and then make this highest point a little bit higher, and then make this tail a little bit higher. My mom is more than 60 years old now, so I'm doing that trick pretty often in her eyes, and she looks like 10 years younger after that. So let's start with very soft eye makeup now. I'm taking warm brown color. I applied here on the outer corner from the middle of my eye, and then I lift it. When I open my eyes, I want to make sure that I have this tail going up. Look straight in the mirror, don't close your eyes, and just go with a brush like this. You can even do it just a little bit before your eye ends here. Just a little bit before. When you're done this, close your eyes and blend it together. Make this triangle. You can take a credit card or something straight and do that. So this part of your eye should be lighter than the rest of your face. And you can see that that flick is going straight to the end of your tail. So that part of our eyes is already going up. Okay, let's build it more. I'm gonna take this shimmery warm brown color with a fluffy brush and circular motion applied from that tail that I just created a little bit on that skin that is hanging here. I'm not going too much here now, because if I lift that part of my eye, that part will not look that lifted. We can blend it to the temples, but just a little bit. maybe with lighter color, otherwise that might look like 80s makeup. Applying mascara. Make sure you're not applying your mascara on your last lashes here, because normally our last lashes here, they're hanging down. So if you accentuate that last lash here, it might remind us about that downward line. I'm trying to curl my lashes. You can take eyelash curler if you want. If you're one of those who likes to put something on the bottom lashes, you can add some of that warm brown eyeshadow in the middle of your eyes, right under your lashes, but don't apply any eyeshadow here on that part of your eye. So with this trick you will drop the middle of your eye down, so that part of your eye will be even more lifted. Now you can apply mascara on your bottom lashes in the middle. We are not touching the outer corner, so it would stay lifted. Now let's contour our cheekbone. Find that shadow that you just created from your eye to the temple. Put the brush here and then move the brush to your cheekbone. Make this line parallel to that line. Don't apply too much. That again might make your face look heavy. We don't want this. We want to make this light and lifted. If you have lower cheekbones, you can do this line lower. Just make sure it's parallel to this line. If that line is straight, it's cool. Because with those two straight lines, with this dark one and light one, you're breaking those downward shadows. Now on the blush. If you apply a lot of blush here in the middle, that might make it a bit heavy. So what I suggest you to do is apply blush also like a straight line on top of the contouring that you did. Don't cover that whole contouring area with that blush, but only on top. Mimic that line on top here and then blend it just a little bit on that light line. That makes you look very healthy, as if you just got some sun, but at the same time it doesn't ruin that shape that we've just created. And you can apply some blush here and then here. That will just look more all together. Should we use shimmer? Yes, we should. Shimmer really gives us that lifting effect even more, but avoid shimmer if you're swollen. If the face is swollen, it might look a little bit sick, as if you're swollen and you're sweating a lot. So if you use that, make sure you use that on really tight places on your face. I'm gonna use it a little bit under my brow, a little bit here, but I don't want to go down here because here I have that line and I have that puffiness going on here. So if I apply this here, that I will accentuate it. I like to put it on my chin because my chin is pretty small and the skin here is pretty even. If you have tiny nose, you can put some on your nose. That also creates that lifting effect. A little bit above my brow, whatever you want, but just make sure that that skin there is even and it doesn't have many unwanted shadows there. Same thing with your lips. I'm usually applying some light powder or concealer here on the sides of my mouth and even on my lips. It will help me to create a shape. And here I'm lifting that corner up a little bit. See, your lips also can have that downturn effect, but you will notice that as soon as you're done with that lifting part, then you won't be worried about anything else. Okay, I'm gonna finish that part of my face. That technique with an eyeshadow that I showed you, that works great on mature skin, because when I do that type of makeup on my mom, the skin on her lids is very soft and it's literally moving with the brush. So I don't use pencils on her. I don't use also any liquid eyeliners, because if the line is super precise, that might make the whole makeup look heavier again. And with that blended line, which kind of goes from nowhere to nowhere, that creates that very soft and very lifted effect. But at the same time, we can make that type of makeup as heavy as we want. Let me just add this black eyeliner. I will go from here, just make this regular line. And here I will just make it a bit thicker on the outer corner and I lift it up just a little bit. That just makes it more intense. Alright, that's it with my lifting makeup video. Please let me know in the comments how it goes. Please put thumbs up, because the more thumbs up I have, the more YouTube shares my video. And subscribe to my channel, because very soon I have something very interesting to tell you. Thank you. Bye.